like a lollipop or put a straw in your mouth, toothpick or something.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Something
for the
like
oil
that.
fixation.
Gotcha. Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon, people.
What's going on? Another episode of 30 Minute Smoke Break Podcast, man. Uh, doing some a little different today. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some real shit, addiction, and how it go to different forms of it, how can it affect your life and all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So just get into it like we do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My name is Mutai. My name is Mutai,
Yeah, Uncle
and
Mutai.
yes, sir. My name is Mutai, and I'm battling with a form of addiction. That's why I wanted to speak on this topic, and it's affecting a lot of things in my life, man. From friendships to health. We go to friendships. Even I mean, it's even affected me and my kids from time to time. Affects my work, my finances.
Yeah.
Things of that nature, man. It's rough, man, and it's all forms of addiction. It's not just drugs. It's porn. It's video games. It's social media. It's food. It's a whole bunch of different addictions. So, and I'm pretty sure everybody in this world has at least one addiction. And every addiction doesn't have to be substance, but I think we're gonna focus mostly on substance today, because if there's somebody out there that can help me with my addiction, that'll be a blessing. I could probably help someone else.
Yeah, hopefully what we're doing here, we can help y'all out too. Cause
All right, let's spread the word.
I got a little bit of shit going on with myself too, you know what I'm saying, with the smoking and shit. I do be wanting to try to slow down a little bit with it, you know what I mean, be able to control it. But for me, it's like, I wouldn't call it, even though that's probably what it is, I wouldn't call it chasing a high necessarily, the same high you get when you first started smoking. But I know it's more so of once I get high, I want to be able to, I try to smoke again just to try to like
Match that first
match
high.
the first one.
That's what a lot of people used to tell me. Like back where I'm from in New York City, I grew up around. I mean, we come up in the '80s era, crack epidemic, and addiction ran wild through my family. From everything. I mean, cocaine, crack, heroin, alcoholism. I actually had a aunt. She was literally an alcoholic. When she couldn't get a beer or liquor, she would literally drink rubbing alcohol. I mean, literally. So it's rough out there, man.
Does that shit do anything, or is just the taste of it?
I couldn't tell you, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't never heard of that.
No, seriously, I think alcohol, and I think I was talking to my cousin about it. I think she said she used to drink perfume and stuff too. Yeah, that's crazy. That's literally an alcoholic, man.
Yeah, that shit right there do more than just fuck your liver up. Yeah.
But yeah, addiction, man. I mean, for me, my addiction right now is alcohol, man. I'm battling with alcohol, and I think I drink just to pass the time. I wouldn't say that I'm a heavy drinker, but I'm a consistent drinker. Again, like I said, it's nasty. It's a disease. Again, like I said, it destroys relationships. I've had breakups due to my addictions. I almost lost jobs due to my addictions. I argue with my friends over my addictions, and it's nasty. And I think for some reason, I always feel like I'm in the right, and the addict doesn't want to admit when they're wrong. Me right now, being here speaking to whoever I'm speaking to, I'm kind of nervous. Like I was one of them dudes in school. I didn't want to read in front of the class. I didn't want to act in no plays. So for me to be on a podcast talking about my personal, um, it's it's different, man. But I'm not scared no more. So
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm gonna talk about it.
And the first step of quitting is admitting.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
how'd you feel like you got started off on like drinking and stuff?
Well, when I was younger, man, we used to drink and smoke to go have fun. Like, you know what I mean? We go out, we go bug out. Now I drink just to pass the time. You know what I mean? Because I'm bored. I ain't got shit to do. Let me roll up a blunt. Let me have a drink. And
Yeah.
before you know, one drink turn into two. Motherfucker fall out. And it's not healthy, man. I'm disgusted with myself. I'm disgusted with myself. I'm actually about to looking to enter in a program, um, and I'm I don't know. I'm kind of embarrassed. You know, a lot of addicts don't think that they need help. They think they could conquer this by themselves. But we all need help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. You know,
Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
It's hard to ask for help sometimes though, especially because you don't want to feel like you or weak, or you don't want to feel like you giving up on yourself sometimes when you ask for help.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt. I think the thing that kind of weaned me off drinking, outside of like just not being able to breathe a couple times and shit like that, was the smoking. That's what kind of weaned me off though. But
Yes.
then that shit kind of brought me into another demon.
I'm gonna tell you how stupid I am because I'm dealing with this. I'm not sure if anybody out there knows about neuropathy. Neuropathy is like a nerve disorder. Happening in your hands, your feet, and it can actually spread. Like right now, I have like a little tingling in my toes, like my feet. Like sometimes I don't know if I have my socks on or off. Like, and it's scary. And I've been going to the doctor for it. And a lot of the times, I believe neuropathy comes from being diabetic. But in my case, it's too much alcohol. It's called alcoholic neuropathy, and then you have diabetic neuropathy. You know, and it affects a lot of things, man. And
Does it come about randomly, or does it just happen like?
it just happens, I guess, with the consumption as much. I mean, but like you said, when I started back when I started drinking when I was 16, 17. But like I said, I wasn't drinking as heavy as I am now, and it was, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, it's rough. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like, I think I want to quit, but I think I'm scared of change. I don't know if that makes sense.
Nah, me too. I'm scared of change too.
It's just the norm. It's like brushing your teeth and washing your face is the norm. Like, I mean, if I ain't had no toothpaste or a toothbrush, I go crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, man, it's rough out there, man. It's rough, but that's why we're here talking about it. I'm like I said, I'm planning on trying to get into this little program, man, to turn my life around. I'm gonna do it. First off, I'm gonna do it for myself.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do it for my loved ones, my kids, man. I want to see my grandbabies. I want to be around to see my kids. I'm a single dad, got 4 children. I'll give you a for instance. I've been like I don't even like drinking around them because I'm embarrassed. Like I'm embarrassed. I don't like them to see me drinking.
Yeah.
I could be pulling up to the liquor store with my daughter in the passenger seat. My daughter, she's 15. She looks at me like, yo, Dad, really? Do you need this? And this is my baby girl. I appreciate that she cares about me, but I'm dad, so dad gonna do what he wanna do. She can't override. But it's embarrassing. I could be in my room sipping. One of them will walk past, walk in the room. I hide my drink, like, you know what I'm saying? It's because I don't. That shit suck. My mom, she was battling addiction. She passed away back in 04. That's why I'm down here in North Carolina now. She passed away in 03, actually. I'm sorry. But that's why I'm down here now, man. And my mother, she was dealing with, she had a crack problem. And it's crazy because I knew when she was high. Like, I knew when she was high, that look, that glaze, that, like, and I would just look at her like, yo, what are we doing here? Like, what are you doing? Like, I would never be disrespectful to my mom's, but I could talk to her, like, you know what I mean?
But still, you gotta ask that question.
Yeah, like, come on, man, what's up? And that's how I feel like my kids the role is being reversed now, because my kids is doing the same to me. It's good to know that somebody loves me enough to, you know what I'm saying, to stay on my case, you know?
Yeah, you need that sometimes.
Yeah, swift kick in the ass.
Sometimes that shit. Only thing about that though, sometimes people go a little overboard when I think for me, when it comes down to like the little swift kick in the ass, just because a lot of people they go down the right path, and then once they feel like they got you into the conversation, then they start putting their opinions into it instead of the facts.
Gotcha.
And I think for me, that's the kind of thing that kind of keeps me doing what I'm doing, because it's like once you break down the facts and you start telling me, you know, certain things that you notice, then you start getting into your opinions. And I think that's the thing that, like I said, it pushes me back on wanting to slow up and stuff like that, because that stresses me out more. Having a conversation sometimes make me want to smoke more.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what? Sometimes we use, or I use, I'm not gonna speak for everyone. Sometimes I could use stress as an excuse. And that's bullshit. Like, you know, because no matter what I'm going through, I could have a couple of drinks or whatever, fall asleep, wake up, the same problems that I was stressed out about are still there.
yeah.
So that drink didn't fix nothing. It just numbed me temporarily. You know, and I know this, but I still do it. Like, that's the disease. It's like, That's the disease part, man. But I'm gonna get the cure. I'm gonna be cured. There's no way around it. God got me, man. Real talk.
What other forms you feel like though can consume you more so than I mean, cause liquor can do it too, but I know like it's a lot of addictions, like you was talking about, like with the porn and all that other shit like that,
Food, video
games
games.
and shit like that. I think when I was younger, I don't know if it was puberty or addiction, but I know that porn had a nigga in a chokehold at one point.
Gotcha.
For real. So I don't know, but I know that that was something I had to move past too, because it went from porn to sex to drinking and smoking. So I did. I kind of went through the phases and stuff, and I do have a lot of family members that was on drugs, heavily smoking
Yeah.
crack and sniffing coke and shit like that.
I mean, and it runs in my family, man. It's almost like hereditary. It's sad. I'm not saying every one of my family members is an addict, or
Yeah.
whatever, but I mean, it's been a lot, man. And a lot of them went down, because of it, health wise, all types of things, jail, and you know something I was thinking about. An addict would do anything for their fix. Would do anything for their fix. Back, motherfuckers will steal, rob, manipulate. I'm gonna give you for instance, right? Cause I've done it before. Needed $10 for gas. I borrowed $10 from my son. I didn't have no money for alcohol, so instead of putting $10 in gas, I would put $5 in gas, and I would go get me 2, 3 airplane bottles on some. No one, you know what I mean? Knowing what it was for. I manipulated the situation, man, and that was wrong for me. Like,
I've done that shit before too. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. I still do it. I do. I still do it.
Yeah, but that shit make me feel like a piece of shit. Knowing what I'm doing in the back of my head is wrong, man. But I'm gonna clean up.
And that's one thing I gotta get past too, because I be doing that shit like a motherfucker. Like, I've gotten a little bit better with it. I think it's just come from me realizing my age, like connecting with it, you know what I'm saying, me being 30 or whatever. It's like, I gotta kind of prioritize a little better than what I'm doing. So I do try to, like, if somebody, but I ain't gonna lie to you, somebody give me 15, that smooth 5 going in that tank, but I'm gonna get that gram. I gotta get that gram.
I
but
got you. I feel you, man.
it do be times where I'm like, man, we ain't got no gas, so I just put that 5 in, and
Just
I
so I can
probably
make it back and forth to work, back to the
school
store,
and shit like that.
man,
So
but
I
that's
just
still-
do that and just get a black and a beer.
And another thing, like how I've been going through struggles from time to time as far as finances, right? So how can I afford alcohol if my affairs are not in order?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the shit that beats me up on the inside. And it's not fair to my loved ones. It's not fair to my kids. It's, you know what I mean? The people around me.
Yeah.
Give you guys another scenario, right? How alcohol affects me. It affects my job. Not gonna lie, I've been buzzed at my job a couple of times. This one particular day, I got pulled into the principal's office. I work for the schools. Got pulled into the principal's office, and he had told me that 2 people had heard or witnessed, smelled alcohol on me. That's one of the most embarrassing things ever, man. A couple of days later, he comes up with this piece of paper, and he's like, yeah, well, this is what we was talking about the other day. And I said, well, is this a write-up? He was like, well, kind of technically. Like, I didn't sign anything or anything like that. Maybe another couple of days after that, he comes in with a paper documenting signature with his signature, initials, saying that it was confirmed that I was drunk that day. I didn't go down for a test. I was never tested. I was never, so all it is word of mouth. I could say that the principal was looking at these girls or touching these girls, and he's gonna get wrote up and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's crazy, man, and it's not worth it. It'll still be sitting there when I get home. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. My job has everything. It has my health insurance tied to it. It has my personal loans and things. So if I lose my job, man,
That's literally everything.
that's everything. Everything's coming crumbling down for a quick buzz. You know what I mean? And that shit ain't worth it, man. Again, like I said, I don't deserve it. My kids don't deserve it. And it has to stop, man. It has to stop. And Who I was listening to somebody. They said what was it say? It says sometime later becomes never. So somebody be like, I do it later. I quit next week. I quit. You know what I mean? Then next week will become next year. It's almost like a New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do it. Sometimes later becomes never. Something else that I feel deeply like I'm tired of existing. I'm ready to live. I've been existing. I've just been in zombie mode. I'm ready to live. I've had a drink in 3 days. Proud of myself.
That's good.
I actually went to the mailbox. I'm walking back, looking at the trees, looking at the birds, the sky. And I'm like, yo, that shit is beautiful. How do I experience this shit if I'm cooped up in my room with a fucking bottle? You know what I'm saying? It's not cool, man. That shit ain't sexy, man.
Nah.
So
gotta get it past that. I lost a job at Wayfair off some shit because I had just got through smoking or whatever out in the parking lot. Wasn't nobody out there. But I usually keep my shit tight. That's why I smoke out in the parking lot, just because the smell won't be on you and it kind of just spreads out and shit. But the weed that I smoke, you can still smell that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I had it in my bag and shit, but I didn't put it down far enough. So I was walking past a couple of they weren't managers or nothing at the store, but they were kind of like head people at the thing. So I guess when I walked past them, they could smell it through my bag or whatever.
Gotcha.
I'm doing my work. The manager calls me to the office and shit, talking about some. We had a couple people say they smell weed on you and stuff like that. But in my mind, I'm thinking like if somebody smelled weed on me, then y'all would be able to smell it when I walked in this little ass room.
Mm-hmm.
So because somebody had said they smelled it on me, I had to go get a the drug test done that same day.
Right. You have to go to their clinic too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had to I couldn't drive home and shit like that, but I still drove home.
Got you.
But I did the little drug test, didn't pass or whatever, but I had my doctor write me a note saying that he prescribes me to take like gummies and stuff like that just for my anxiety and bipolar and stuff.
Okay, all right.
Didn't go for that too well, so I ended up losing that job. But it was one of those situations where I felt like it was kind of like a blessing in disguise in many ways, for the simple fact that it was like I didn't have to. I didn't like the job, so I felt like that job probably wasn't for me anyway. So that was one. But the second thing was it kind of gave me like a sense, okay, I need to tighten up, so I can't just be bringing this shit with me, because I had the whole sack. It was like it was a half, but it wasn't a half in the bag.
Gotcha.
But it was enough to where it could smell. So I had enough to where the smell could seep out, I guess. But it gave me a perspective on taking shit more serious. And even if I do bring the weed to work, I'll just leave it in the car and I won't bring all of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that shit kind of pushed me back. Because I was the reason why I would bring all of it, because I felt like I was at the point to where I had to smoke on my first break, smoke on lunch, and then if we had a third break, you know what I'm saying, that second 15 minute or whatever, I felt like I had to smoke on that too.
Let me tell you some shit that's embarrassing with me, right? I go to the liquor store. Probably maybe 2 liquor stores here in the area. I'll go to the liquor store. These guys will have my product sitting on the counter before I even order what I want.
Damn.
That's how often that I go.
That's crazy.
That shit is embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
That is embarrassing, man. So, and the times that I do, I mean, I'm telling you, I be fighting in my head, like driving past the liquor store. I'm like, yo, should I stop? Should I stop? Should I stop? The days that I keep moving, I'm like, you did it, man. Keep fucking going. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's hard. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Right now, I wouldn't mind having a sip, but I'm 3 days in. I wanna
Turn that 3 to a week.
Yeah. I mean, in that week into a month, and I'm ready. I was also told like going cold turkey is not healthy.
It's not. Yeah.
Because I was told that you could have seizures and things like that.
A lot of withdrawals and shit. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I said, 3 days so far. Maybe the first 2 days, man, there was a little anxiety, so it was hard going to sleep because I'm used to having a little buzz when I go to sleep and shit like that. You know what I mean? So. But last night I slept amazing. Third night, and today, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, today it's gonna be day 4. Once I make it through the night, it's gonna be day 4, and I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm gonna do this.
You feel anxious about it a little bit, just to see if you can do the shit.
Yeah, like I said, man, again, I'm scared to change, man. I'm scared. It's just so normal. But yeah, I'm anxious. It is a little anxiety, man. It is. It is. But I have to look at the bigger picture, man. I have to look at my health. Like every time I've been to the doctor, man, like being dealing with this neuropathy thing, shit, maybe more times in the last year than I have in the past 5, 6 years. So every time I go, I'm getting blood work done, and each time I go back, my blood is my liver, which alcohol affects your liver, your kidneys. My liver is not doing any. Originally started going. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor's like, look, man, what do you want to do? You want to live? You want, because she's saying liver failure, may need a kidney transplant one day. Doing dialysis. That shit is, and I should learn. I have a good friend of mine, man. He's on dialysis, and man, I'm seeing what he has to go through. It's rough. So if somebody that I love is going through it, and I see this every day, why am I still playing with fire? Like, it's crazy.
It's one of them things that I think it's like a psychological thing too. It's like you kind of get down seeing people that you care about doing this shit, and it kind of like brings you into that mode. Like, man, I gotta need to pick me up sometimes. And I know that sometimes it can be like that for me, to where it's like I'll be needing that little pick me up, or I need that last little hit before I go back to sleep or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be trying to fight through that. Like the past couple days, I ain't had nothing to smoke either. So
By choice?
no, not by choice.
Gotcha.
Not by choice. But
sometimes when I'm broke, nobody likes being broke.
Nah.
But sometimes when my pockets is fucked up, that's the best for me because I can't indulge in the bullshit.
Yeah.
I can't indulge in the bullshit. So that's probably the best part about being broke for me, for myself, But yeah, man, I just and it's funny, they got that say, one day at a time. I used to laugh at motherfuckers like that. But it's true, and that's what I'm trying to do. One day at a time, man. One day at a time.
Yeah, and there's a con. That shit, it's just that motherfucker's a process though.
Yeah.
At one day at a time. But it makes it easier when you don't got the finances too. Just because it's like you can't afford that shit. But
I wanna make another point. Like I said, come from an crack epidemic. Never done anything other than marijuana and alcohol. Please, I've never done coke. I've never popped Molly. I've never done anything. Seeing my mother go through what she went through. I told myself I will never, ever, if it's not marijuana or alcohol, I don't want to try. I'm not curious.
nah.
And the way we used to treat these fiends back in the days, we used to treat them like 3/5 of a man. We treated them smacking them and robbing them and just doing them dirty. But my thing is, how can I judge them if I'm fighting my own demons? Addiction is addiction. So if you're a crackhead, I'm an alcoholic. We're in the same fucking boat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We in the same boat. How can I judge you and pass judgment on you, and I'm fighting my own battle down here? So
That makes sense. And I ain't never thought about it like that either.
yeah, man.
Yeah. You can't say you better than somebody else when you fighting your own shit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. But I'm trying to stay busy. I think the more active I am, I used to play ball, but this neuropathy, like I said, I have a little numbness, so it's kind of throws me off balance sometimes. So I'm not out there running and jumping and shit like I used to. But as long as, like when I was balling, man, that's the last thing on my mind. I'm out there working, because I'm working out, not even though I'm working out, but I'm having fun doing what I love. So as long as my mind and my body stays occupied, that's the last fucking thing that I need. So that's one thing I have to do. I have to find something to keep me occupied, something to keep my mind away from it. I really don't want to be around it. Like you have some people, like for instance, I had a good friend. She was smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
We used to smoke in the break room. When I was working about 10 years ago anyway, when they were smoking indoors. She quit smoking, but she would still take her break in the smoke room with all the smokers, smoke filled room and she's doing her little knitting and shit. I'm like, yo, she has fucking willpower. Cause I wouldn't want to be around a room full of motherfuckers that's drinking, knowing that I'm trying to stop drinking because I'm gonna want to join in.
Yeah.
Yo, give me a shot. Pass me a beer. Something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just gotta. I want it, man. So I'm gonna.
So what's your day to day as far as keeping your mind occupied and not thinking about like drinking and stuff?
Well, recently I've been trying to hit the gym. When I say hit the gym, I just do little calisthenics, little bullshit in the crib. And I go out and I'm trying to walk a little bit. Like I said, neuropathy is a nerve thing, so it's like I don't have no circulation in my feet, so I'm just trying to get my blood flowing, get my, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the ask, does that help when you walk and stuff like with the?
It doesn't help, man. They prescribe me some medicine. It's called gabapentin, and it's supposed to suppress some of the numbness. It doesn't do nothing for me, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. It's days where I don't even know if I have my socks on. Like, that's how numb my feet is. Sometimes I could be laying on my bed. I don't know if my feet is in or out the covers. Like some days, like if it was snowing outside and I go outside barefoot, I
couldn't feel it. Yeah.
Couldn't feel it. My feet wouldn't be cold. I'd be like, shit. I mean, it's just regular. I don't want to live like that, man.
Yeah, that's rough. I can imagine.
Yeah, it is rough, man. I damn sure don't want to live like that. But again, I'm gonna work hard, man. Again, like the cliche sound corny, one day at a time, but it's true.
Some real shit, yeah.
It's definitely true. Yeah, man. But if anybody out there, man, if you guys got any suggestions, I know, of course, looking for help. You know what I mean? That was always a suggestion. Go try to get help, and I'm looking into that. I'm gonna try to find. I found this little program or whatever. I just haven't signed up just yet, but if anybody have any help, any tips, that's out there listening or chiming in, you know what I mean? Just chime in and
let us know something.
Please, man.
Yeah.
Please, and hopefully some of you guys can relate to some of the things that I'm saying, and you may learn something, and when you chime in, I could probably learn from you.
So please, feedback is important, man.
Yeah,
just comment, share, subscribe, all of that.
One hand washes the other, both wash the face.
Each one teach one.
That's it.
Man.
That's it, man.
Got to, yeah, because this shit is hard, man, you know, especially when you feel like you're doing it by yourself. And I know with you, like you said, being a single parent and stuff, and it's just you.
Yeah.
So it's like one of them things where it's like that stress can hit you, make you feel like, damn, like I said, you need that pick-me-up, but you gotta be able to fight through that shit.
I know I'm stronger than that, though, and that's what pisses me off, man, because I know I'm stronger than that. Hey, yo, check this out. I'll tell you another way alcohol affected me. Like I said, again, within the last year, I lost maybe 25 pounds, man. I'm in crackhead mode right now. Lost 25 pounds because I used to drink so much beer that my brain is telling me I'm hungry, but my stomach is so full of beer that when it's time for me to eat, I might take a bite or two, but my stomach is full already. So then I would skip a meal, skip 2 meals. Sometimes I might not even eat a day. I might snack on some chips or bananas. That shit ain't nothing, you know?
Yeah.
But in the last year, I lost 25 pounds. That shit is embarrassing. You get out the shower and you're looking at yourself in the mirror like, God damn, nigga, like, what the fuck happened, man? And it's a few people that said, one was my son. That's the one that matters the most to me, but they said, y'all want my old dad back. I'm scratching my head like, damn, like I didn't think I changed. But obviously he sees something in me that I don't. And again, us addicts, we you know, you got functioning ones, and like I said, we might not think there's nothing wrong. We go out in the world thinking that we regular, and everybody else is looking at us like, damn, this dude is fucked up. Look like, you know. But it becomes so normal that
it's just life.
That's
yeah.
it. That's it.
It's the part of your life.
Yeah, but it's time to change that, man, for myself. You know, and again, like I said, hopefully whoever's out there listening, man, we can help somebody just by talking about it. Like I said, I'm scared. I'm surprised. I'm sharing my personal with whoever's looking right now, and but tired of being scared.
Yeah.
You know, it's time to step up. I'm a grown ass man. No more scary shit over here.
Yeah, got to. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Me personally, I just don't know how to wean off of it without putting something else.
Yo, I would prefer to smoke weed over alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'd rather be addicted to weed than alcohol because your long term is greater than somebody who's not. That's just my opinion. And then alcohol is a chemical. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol is a chemical. Weed is a plant, is a herb. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would definitely prefer to be a pothead all day over alcohol. But I just have to just get over them impulses. That apple juice, the shit, right?
Yeah, that shit good.
That's something else. I'm trying to keep some fruit juice around me instead of a fucking bottle of liquor and shit like that, man. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much all that I really have to say right now, man. I don't know if you wanna we can come back to this another time.
We can come back
take
to
some
another
more
time.
notes. Maybe we get some comments and see what they say, and we
Get back with it.
get back with it, and that's what's up.
Yeah,
thank you, man.
I appreciate
that shit.
All right. Well, this is another episode of 30 Minute Smoke Break Podcast, man. I hope it helped everybody out. You know, people who watching, who will watch, and all that shit like that. You know, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. Show some love, man. We'll be back with it.
That's what's up. Peace, everybody.